Hey, Leadership Nation, Christopher Hart here with Transforming Lives Coaching and Consulting, bringing you another Lead Strong Leadership Development series. And so what we look to do in this video series is how to help leaders become stronger leaders by increasing their influence and thus their impact on their world, themselves, their environments, their organizations, etc. So if you're joining me live, welcome. Thank you for either coming back or joining us for the first time. We do these every single day. So if you see value in these and you want to follow our journey, please feel free to turn on live notifications. If you're watching this on replay on our YouTube channel, if you like our video, do us a favor, give us a like, a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel as we add value to our internet followers through these videos every single day. So today's topic is how leaders are able to get the best out of their people. And if you look at the title, you can see it up here as well. We have another acronym for you. And so we're going to work through today how do we get the best out of our people so that we don't always have to worry about getting more production out of them. So let me prelude this with, as a coach, one of the things that a lot of clients and people that I consult are always asking me is, Chris, what's the best way to increase productivity within my people? And you know, the interesting part is I'll ask them questions first, like what are you thinking? What do you know are some things that work? Or what have you seen others doing? And so here are the typical couple of strategies that leaders tend to use. They'll run a competition. They'll say, you know, Chris, maybe I'll do a listing competition. The person that gets the most listings or the person that does the most productivity will win something. Well, that's good to a certain degree. Why? Because that really only speaks to the competitive nature of people. If you understand DISC personalities, D-I-S-C, what we understand is the only ones out of the 4 personalities that are competitive are the D. I somewhat, if they associate with the D or someone has what we call above the line D personality traits. Other than that, you're not speaking to all your people. You're only speaking to the competitive ones, and the competitive ones are going to be the ones that always win. And when that person always wins, the other people are like, just another dumb competition that competitive Johnny's going to win. So I tap out before I even get started. The other strategy that people tend to use is they're like, well, what about a bonus? If you get more than this, then you'll get extra money concept. Well, here's the reality of that, right? Like, I just want to draw something real quick. I'll use this area that if this is the baseline of production from someone and you're trying to get this and your whole strategy is how to get that person up to this production. Well, if you have to run a competition to get them up there, then the reality is that's really their potential. And where they're operating is most likely their comfort zone. So we know this to be their comfort zone, and this is actually their potential zone. And if you have to run a competition to get them to break through or run a bonus to get them to break through from comfort zone to potential zone, my question for you is, are you really leading them? Why? Because leaders get the best out of their people. Leaders become the vehicle to other people's success. Leaders become the vehicle to allow people to tap into something more than they ever thought they had. And even though competitions are great, even though bonus structures are great, I don't believe those are the tools and resources that fully get the best out of people and tap into that deep resource that allows them the greater level of achievement that they need and want in their life, and you as a leader of an organization desire as well. And so what do we look for? We look for leaders to be a resource for people to be resourceful. Okay? And what does that mean? The best resources that we can give people are internal resources. Resources that time and time again someone can tap into within themselves in order to go accomplish or achieve or acquire that which they're looking to achieve, acquire, or obtain in their journey, whatever their journey is in life. So what we know about bonuses and competitions and all that other jazz is those are external world motivators. Okay? Meaning you have to create something in their external world, something outside of them that's hopefully going to empower them. And that's not really leadership, right? Because leadership is possessing the power to influence people, which is to affect their character, internal, their actions, which causes them to take action. Right? So it's about the internal that creates the external, whereby these strategies here, bonuses and competitions, that's taking the external to try and tap into something to the internal in order to get an external result. Hopefully I'm not confusing you, but understand something. What I'm going to show you here, how to get the best out of your people, is how to put something into them. How to be the leader that pours into them, gives them certain gifts that you can use time and time again. Okay? It becomes something that you don't have to run competitions. You don't need bonus structures. You can use bonus structures just to reward them, to say, hey, I appreciate all your added effort, but this, I promise you, is something that will be perpetual within them, a perpetual resource that you as a leader can know you can always tap into, so you don't have to do these competitions and strategies. So let's take a look at the acronym B.E.S.T. The first one is we believe in our people. Okay? We believe in them. Okay? Because I believe that when a leader believes in their people and we communicate that, hey, I believe you are the person that can go from here to here. Like, you don't need a competition. You don't need a bonus structure. You have that within you. I hired you because I saw something within you. You communicated your massive value to me in the selection process, and you have patterns of success in your life. And because of all that, I believe you can do this. And I believe you possess it, not for me, not for the organization, but for you, your family, your future, and the desires that you have for yourself, your family, and its future, that will create the success within you that will also be shared within our organization and thus me as the leader. So we believe in our people. And believing in your people needs to be communicated, right? Like, if you just walk around going, yeah, I believe in my buyer agent, or I believe in my operations manager, I believe in my assistant vice president of, some massive department, whatever labels we give people, like if you just walk around holding on to that belief system and your people don't know that, you're not putting into them. You're not giving them a internal resource that affects their character, which is the be, right? Be, do, have. Who do I need to become in order to do what I need to do so that I can have what I want to have? This shapes the be. When you put it into them, it shapes the be. So when you put your belief and your confidence within them, they now possess your confidence, and it gives them a greater resource of achievement. The next one is we encourage them, okay? And the interesting part about encouraging them is words are very powerful, right? Words are the very tool, and I'm probably going to do a video on this, so I won't talk too much about this. Words are the very tool that we use to influence people. Right? Like, we can give them technology, we can give them systems, we can give them all this other stuff, but our words of encouragement pour into people and move them at an emotional level. Logic makes people think, emotions make them act. What are the words that you're using to strike the emotions? Look, there's only two types of emotions. Emotions of pleasure and emotions of pain. And I see all too often that leaders, both spouses, fathers, mothers, etc., leaders of organization, leaders of churches, they use the wrong words that tap into the wrong resource of emotion. When you encourage your people, remember we did a video is to put into, you're putting into courage, okay? So you actually have a conjunctive word. The the prefix en is to put into. You're putting courage into people. What's courage? Courage is the recognition of fear, okay? We recognize fear, but we don't let it control us. So when you encourage people, when you put courage into them, it gives them a resource that will allow them to stretch and grow and break through ceilings of achievement and look to take action on things that may have held them back in the past. Okay? So we believe in them and we encourage them. We put a belief of faith and a belief of what? confidence. We put into them courage, something that overcomes fear and no longer holds them back. Okay? The next one we look at here is when we believe in them and we encourage them, what's the next thing we want to do for them? We want to stress importance. Okay? We want to stress importance. When you communicate the importance, I don't mean we create stress where all of a sudden someone starts getting stressed out, but we have a conversation with them about the important nature of what they're looking to do. Like, how important is it to you, your family, your future, that you go from this production level to this production level? What is the benefit? What's the pleasures you're going to experience in your life? Like, how much more can you have by increasing and breaking through that ceiling of achievement and going to the next level of production? What else can you provide for your family? What can you do? What can you add value? How much more can you give? We stress the importance. When you put a resource of understanding of a level of importance around what somebody needs to do for themselves and of themselves, that in of itself can be a motivator that causes people to break through fears, have more confidence, and go from their comfort zone level to the level of productivity, of achievement that they truly have within them. Why? Because the Bible says in Genesis 1:26 that we are made in the image of God, and God is great. So we all have greatness within us. Leaders get the best. They get the greatness out of them by believing in them, encouraging them, and stressing the level of importance of going to the next level. And then the last one, guys, I'm going to capitalize this, okay? Because I believe, once again, if you've been watching my videos, this word, when it comes to leadership, is the one that is going to commonly show up. Trust. Trust is so important. When you trust your people, they have a belief system, they have a confidence, they have courage to go out and attack achievement at a level that could potentially cause failure. But I believe that when leaders trust their people, it does something internally to the person. Because when someone doesn't feel trusted, it creates a barrier, right? It creates a barrier in the relationship, and it creates a ceiling of their achievement. And they're always questioning. They're within their head like, my leader doesn't trust me. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I won't do this. I'll hold back and I will stay in my what? Comfort zone. Because what good is it to break through my comfort zone and get into my true productivity zone when my leader doesn't even trust me? Like, he's always micromanaging me. He or she's always asking me questions. What are you doing? Where were you this week? Blah, blah, blah. When people don't have trust, they don't have freedom of action. And when they don't have freedom of action, they have limitations. And limitations are boundaries and ceilings. When you put too close restriction boundaries on people and ceilings on people, they stay in their comfort zone because they are bounded by and restricted by your control freakisms, your lack of trust. So leaders, check it out. You want to get the best out of your people? Move from being the resource that pours resources into them, that reshapes their character, that will affect their actions. Improve the B so they can actually do what it is you want them to do. So they can have what they want to have when they want to have it, as well as you have what you want to have when you want to have it. And how do we do that? 4 things. We believe in our people, okay? We create a belief system of confidence within them. We encourage them. We put into them courage, which is the recognition of fear that does not hold us back. We stress a level of importance of why somebody is doing what they're doing and why they need to do more so they can have more, so they can give more, etc. And then last but not least, probably the most important one of them all, we trust in them. We trust in their potential. We trust in their action. We trust the fact that they're going to go do what they say they're going to do, and whether they succeed or fail, we're okay with it. So leaders, I believe that when you take these 4 elements and pour those 4 elements, all 4 of them need to have, I mean, if you don't encourage your people, all you have is B.E.S.T. I mean, like, what is that? We must collectively impart unto our people All four of these things. And when we do it at a high level, when we believe in them, when we encourage them, when we stress the importance in them, and we trust them, I believe then you will get the best out of your people. And you will no longer need to run competitions. You will no longer need to be motivated. They won't be motivated by bonus structures. They'll be motivated by the understanding, the confidence, the no longer having fear, and the fact that you trust them will empower, right, to put power into people to be more impactful in their role, in your organization, in your life, and in the world. So leaders, thank you for joining me today. I hope we brought value not just to your business, your organization, but also your life. Look at this information as a parallel. I'd love to hear your comments. If you saw value in this and you're watching this live, give us some thumbs up, hearts, crazy faces, whatever. If you're watching it on YouTube, like this video, share it with someone. Guys, we're not looking to sell something. We're looking to pour massive value into people. You want to be a leader and influence people and make an impact in the world? Share this video with someone that you know needs to see it. And remember one thing. We want to be here to walk next to you in your journey online. Share your comments, share your questions. We'd love to continue to pour value into you through the comments section. And just know this, God loves you, so do I. Have a great rest of your day. Lead strong, be powerful. Take care.